Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Rimworld, returning to a town named Sallvation. And after thinking about things, I think I would like to redesign my power setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and run the power through the walls, but I'm going to do this in such a way that I'm not really breaking any connections that I may have. So I think the way I could get around this is by routing power down this hallway. Oh, maybe even that wouldn't work. Let me think about this. So, cancel all this. Alright, so the problem as I see it is technically we don't want anything to be ugly. We don't want power running through an area they can see. So we want it to be running through the walls instead. So, how about we do this? So I'll run the power through this way. We'll have it go through the walls and through the doors, and those shouldn't really count for the beauty of a particular room. Okay. And then that will be connected. And then we change some of the power routing here to be like that. And then I'm probably going to end up deconstructing a lot of the existing power lines as they go through. And then if we have this line go through this way, we have another line that goes like this. That brings the power through here. Now I'm going to have a cross at some point, unless I bring it up this way and then through here. I guess I could do that. So we'll go like this and then up like that, and that should probably provide power just fine. Okay, so now I have redundant power lines here, so we'll go ahead and deconstruct. I'm hoping that's doing that correctly. You know, I don't know if I click here. Well, actually, we can deconstruct these here, right? Well, these have to be built. All right, so just going to have to be patient here. But all of that is unnecessary at the moment. Alright, so I'll go ahead and let them work on this. Ooh, we got something going on here. Mad animal. Alright. Now, I don't have anybody restricted anywhere, do I? No. What about the animals? Alright, the cows and stuff, I guess we can have them work in home area. Okay, let's figure out where this mad animal is. A local rat. Okay, so it's way over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And it's sleeping. So usually the mad animals, they kind of stop being a problem after a while. You know, Mitch is out in the open, though. I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel some orders. Ooh. Escape pod relationship. I'll take a look at that in a second. Okay, escape pod relationship. You detect an escape pod crashing hard nearby. If anyone survived the impact, they'll be badly wounded. Okay. She is Darcy's mother, and Darcy's already pretty old. Alright, let's jump to the location. Okay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that she is older, because chronological age is different than physical age. So, Darcy here is chronologically a lot younger than Amaya here. Alright, let's take a look at her character. So she's a psychopath that is nervous. Alright, well, you know what? We're just going to rescue her. We're not going to recruit her. At least I think that's how it works. So we can capture her and then try and recruit her, or we could rescue her. Technically, I could strip her, then rescue her. What she got gear-wise? Oh. Oh, I'm on Sally Joe. There we go. Oh, she just has a t-shirt. That's not anything, I think, worth the bother. So, I guess I'll grab Sally Joe here. She's going to be the closest, and we'll just rescue. Now, health-wise, nothing really, I would say, super bad that she's probably going to die, but we'll work on that. And then once she's in, maybe we'll wake up a doctor, maybe we won't. I guess a lot of it depends on blood loss and things. Okay, and she's no longer hiding in her room, and I believe we had a deal with an exotic goods trader, so let's go do that. You know, I probably should have set up a trade thing in here while I was thinking about it, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Alright, so the main thing that I wanted out of this deal was the bionic arm, which we are going to get cheaper with Min because she has better social skills. Let's get one of those. Then we were going to sell some things, if I remember correctly. Now, what those things were, probably clothes, so we can sell that. I'll go ahead and sell this because it's close to deteriorating anyway. It's awful quality, but it's good health, so I'll keep it around, I guess. Well, I don't know. Tribal wear can go away, though. I believe I was going to sell that anyway. And... Alright. Again, some of these things I could sell just because they're really close to deteriorating. Like the shirt here. You know what? I'll go ahead. I get cloth and pretty decent amounts. So we'll also get rid of this. Because it's just normal quality. And then we've got some more tribal wear I'm going to go ahead and sell. And this is at 52%, so I feel we can get rid of that. As well as this. And then all the rest, I think I'm gonna... Ooh, Doomsday Rocket Launcher. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, I'm gonna lose 1,000 in the trade. But I can do the operation that gets me a new arm for Sally Joe. That is what we're trading for, bionic arm. I want to make sure of that. And anyway, even if we don't end up using it for Sally Joe, we can always keep it on store in case somebody does lose an arm. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And then she'll probably go get food or something because she's starving. And did the bionic arm just show up in my inventory? I'm just curious of what it even looks like. Or is that something somebody has to go pick up somewhere? Oh, here it is. I see it. Alright, well, hopefully we can get somebody to go pick that up. You know, can you haul that? Alright, I'm going to have to wait until the later on, though, to... Where's Sally Joe? You're still hauling that person back? Anyway, what I was saying is, we can always, do that in the morning when we have a doctor available. It's not, I mean, she's had her thumb missing for how long? Okay, let's see how the health is, okay, so still trivial blood loss. Alright, I can wait until the morning. We're almost there anyway. Until either Sally Sue or Sally... Oh, speaking of that, you're gonna get no medicine. I'm sorry, but we have limited medicine. Oh, did I click on Sally Sue when I did that? Oops. This person. No medicine. Thank you. Make sure I did that correctly. Okay. Okay, so she's already looking pretty good. Oh, and Darcy's going to be doing that. I forgot Darcy's a good doctor, too. Okay, so we almost have the power lines done. So let's take a look at what that looks like now. Okay. Yeah, I still have a lot of power lines to build here, so again, I'm just going to be patient. I also want to get this person out of my medical ward before I do the operation on Sally Joe. Of course, it would help if Sally Joe's up for that. And I think Darcy's my best doctor at this point, remember correctly. Yeah, 12 versus 11s. So that should work pretty good. And hopefully Simikov can finish off the power lines so that I can dismantle the ones that are kind of a waste of space. Okay, so another thing I'm going to need as far as the power lines go is this going that way. And I think this one is okay. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Let's see, beauty. All right, so they can still see the power conduits here. So I guess we are going to have to bring the power conduit up this way to connect up the batteries. Alternatively, I could bring it up the wall, which I think was my game plan anyway. So yeah, let's do that. We'll bring it up the wall like that. And we'll have the batteries connected, and then we can dismantle a lot of power over here. And right now, all of this power connection over here... Nah, I didn't want that. It's going to be tough getting the right thing deconstructed here when you have other things in the way. Alright, so give me a second. Alright, not worried about beauty right now. So that's a poor quality bed. This is a normal quality bed. You know what? I'll go ahead and deconstruct that. And we'll rebuild a new one. Probably lose some wood in the process, but... Okay. So now I'm just waiting for this person to go away, because they've been totally patched up. And as long as some kind of infection doesn't cause any issues. I was going to do more with this area too, but for the meantime... Okay, so go ahead and deconstruct this as well before we build a new bed. And I also need power here, which we'll get in a second. And do a power line that goes like that. And then also, because we have this power line built, these power lines are no longer necessary. Alright, perfect. Oh, we got the research finish here, so crypto sleep. Alright, so... I guess I'll go with the ship antimatter reactor for now. Because I'd like to maybe progress and get the ship built, and maybe we can get out of this place. But first thing I want to look at, is it under miscellaneous? To sleep casket? Or... oh, ship. Here we go. So we've got the ship itself. Well, that's actually not too bad. I mean, the ship structural beam is requiring a lot of plasteel, which is going to be a problem. But the cryptosleep caskets themselves is mostly just components and steel, which we can manage. It will take time. And possibly require me to trade for some, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. All right, well, so far so good. I just want to see what some of the more, as we go along here, how much those things are going to cost. Oh, and I'm going to have to build that bed. So, furniture, bed, we'll make it out of wood again. And we'll put it right there. Oh, that knocked out the wall rather than what I wanted them to knock out. That's lovely. You know what? Maybe I should have kept that power because... yeah, you know what? That was just a mistake. Let's cancel that. Let's get the structure here. We're going to need sandstone. Get that back in place. And I think power... we actually do want a connection here. And maybe that will be enough to get it up and running. Alright, my bad. Okay, so that's all done. Let's go ahead and start deconstructing some of this. No, not that. I must have accidentally done that. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and do this connection. Then we can get rid of all this. This is easy because I can just reinstall it somewhere and then put it back in its former corner once we've done deconstructing what we want to deconstruct. Animal sleeping situation. I don't know if I like them sleeping in the bedrooms. But where would we put them? I could put them in one of the supply areas. Okay, well... let me take a look at that. So, deconstruct, deconstruct, construct, and instead, we have animal sleeping spot. How we do? There we go. I think that will work for now. Alright, so we've got an infection here. And unfortunately, I'm not going to treat it with any medicine. So hopefully she gets out of here before it kills her. As that would make me unhappy. Oh, and we need to do the operation, don't we? Well, I gotta wait, actually, until... actually, no, I guess we can treat her. Alright, well, really honestly, I just want her to get well enough that she can get the heck out of here. Okay. So maybe we'll have to wait until tomorrow for this person to leave. As a matter of fact, leave. You're better. Get out of here. Leave. Go away. Oh, well. Maybe she'll stick around for the night. Alright, so this power is done, so I'm gonna go ahead and deconstruct the conduits here, and then we'll reinstall this over there. And then we can get rid of the rest of the power conduit that's here. And then, let's see, what else do we got for power? So we're going to want, eventually, this to go up like that. And then we'll get rid of all the power connections here. Okay, and then we'll deconstruct this, 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 and this. And then over here, we'll draw the power like that. And then we'll deconstruct all this. And I might have to run the power down this way, too. So we don't lose some of these connections. Alternatively, I could run the power down this way. Because we're going to need power down here, too. So I'm running power through the walls like you would do normally in a structure like this. Alright, so the power conduit is hooked up for the most part. So I can go ahead and get rid of all this. So we'll deconstruct all that. This is going to be a little bit problematic because of the tables. Table and chairs. I'm going to have to work around that. I could always reinstall it, I guess. And then we've got to deconstruct... Oh, no. Cancel. My bad. I'm at the deconstruct job. There we go. And that should be good for that area. And then we'll just reinstall the statue back where it is, or just leave it where it is. It doesn't really matter. But prettying up the rooms, I think, is going to help a lot with people's perception of the beauty of the rooms. Alright. I need to route power down the other side of the hall, too, so let's get going on that. Then we can deconstruct this. That's no longer necessary if we do that. As a matter of fact, I can deconstruct this, because we already have power running this way. Okay. This person's not leaving. I'm kind of... Is it the infection? They're not going to leave until the infection's gone? Well, they're going to die if that happens. As a matter of fact, they're already pretty massively sick. Get out of here. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to waste medicine on them. Alright, well, you know what? If they die, they die. I have a feeling that will have massive mood effects, though, because it'll be innocent guests died or something, but again, I don't have medicine to just blow on people like this. I probably should have just left her out there to die. I thought she would have left by now. But nope. She could recover on her own. We'll have to see. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Well, that's bad. Come on, guys, get on the fire. What are you doing? He might not be able to firefight. I know there's some colonists that can't. I don't want my heal root dying on me. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's repairing. Okay, so far nobody's been hurt. We did lose some heal root, probably. Okay, also, I'm assuming we lost a power connection. We did. Okay, well that was fun. And did the power on our batteries drain because of that event? Or are we really low on power? Alright, Darcy's in a poor mood. Oh, we've got another statue. We're probably out of marble. Yeah. So, I guess I'll move on to granite. Or do we not have any of that? Okay, limestone then it is. Fill. Details. Tick off that, and you can do limestone instead. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay, we have power issues, so we're going to have to flip this on. And somebody that's nearby. Click that switch. Alright, Darcy's in a daze, so we're going to have to keep an eye on her. You know, I haven't been paying attention. Is everybody armed and everything? Okay, it looks like it. We're just going to have to keep an eye on Darcy. There's a power conduit right next to you. You can't get power from over here? Or is it because I don't have enough power? I wonder... Power in the wall has to work because this works. I just wonder why it's trying to get power from all the way over here. Do I have to reinstall it or something? Alright, you get reinstalled over where you were. Okay, that's nice, men. Alright. Okay, we're still having issues with that. Okay, so it's drawing from nearby. It just we don't have enough power. That's the issue. Okay, well. It is what it is. I'm clearly at a point where power is a problem. It just seems like it kind of snuck up on me there. Like we had a lot of power, then suddenly we didn't have power. You know, one way we can deal with the power, though, is power off some of these turrets. And we can have you flick the switch there. And flick the switch over there, because turrets do take a lot of power. And that should help. Then I have to think about increasing my power generation. Alright, I guess this person's going to stay until they get better. Which they have developed immunity, so they might be okay. I lost track of Darcy. She's over there. I do see she dropped her gun and her helmet or hat. Hat. Oh, and we have a fog. Yeah, I see it now. Kind of cool weather effect that I haven't seen before. Or in any case, I think it's a good point to put a cut in the video. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.